They are indeed a long-term sponsor of 94.1 Your FM, informing and entertaining Melbourne's inner east, and they are very proud to present this segment of the program when I talk to Ray Summers from Neighbourhood Watch. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Peter.
Now, I don't seem to have your microphone on. That's better, isn't it?
Well, good morning, Peter. Am I doing better?
Yeah. Nothing to do with you, actually, Ray. You're always doing well. There we go. We're right.
We're winning?
Yeah, we're winning.
We've switched on the power.
That's right. Pedalling faster all the time.
All the time. Good morning, Peter. Well, isn't it a change to the weather of last week compared to the weekend?
Isn't it ever?
It's nice to have the jumper on, and I'm glad to see you've got the fire. I'd like to have the studio nice and warm for me. There's no point getting a chill, and I hear there could be snow next weekend.
Oh, come on. You're having a lend of me now.
Anything could happen in Melbourne.
Well, it could. It could, given our weather. Boy, it has been really strange. You obviously did manage to survive the burst of heat that we had.
I only just survived, but what is alarming, over the hot period, and this is not people, I'm going to tell you a figure, during that 5 days of hot weather, over 500 people had to be treated for heat exhaustion. Now, they're people who are not in the home, who'd gone off shopping or doing whatever in the heat. And that's sad that people put themselves in that situation, that's going to happen. But what's even worse, over 50 people had to be rescued by emergency services from locked cars between last Monday to last Friday. And that's unbelievable.
And unacceptable.
Absolutely. And if this continues, children will die.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
A bit like paying taxes.
Paying taxes.
Well, you're guaranteed to be paying taxes, and if you leave children in cars...
Oh, same thing,
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely
they will die.
Right. I don't understand the mentality that has you leaving a small child in a car anyway, under any circumstances. I just don't get it.
No, just can't comprehend what's going on. So it is just so important to not leave children in cars.
No, please, if you're listening.
And we don't have to wait for hot weather.
No, anytime.
Anytime.
Because how many times have we heard in various places around the world, not least being Australia, where somebody's left a child in a car at a petrol pump, they've gone in to pay the cashier, and bingo, somebody's hijacked their car with the kid in the back.
Yes.
I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, it must be difficult for parents managing children in and out of cars in those situations, but for goodness sake, think about it a bit more, please.
Absolutely. Now, Peter, Neighbourhood Watch is up and cracking up for another busy year. More detail will be available at our February radio spot and on our website. But first up, these radio broadcasts are now on the Whitehorse website. Mm-hmm. So anybody who's missed out today, they can follow it up on www.nhw.com.au/Whitehorse.
And we're recording as you and I speak, Ray.
This is live.
Hey, this is science. This is live. It's really happening.
Great. Peter, I'd like to tell you about 3 things that I picked up over the holiday period that is interesting information which I came across. During the holiday period, Nunawading Highway Patrol detected more than 3,000 traffic offences during Operation Raid last month. That is in the cities of Whitehorse, Monash, Boroondara and Manningham. Imagine how much they might pay.
Oh, yes.
Senior Sergeant Wayne Ellison said during the operation, which ran from November 15 to December 8 and focused on alcohol and drug-affected drivers, there were 3,264 offences recorded. He said they included 81 drink drivers and more than 25,000 random breath tests were conducted. Around the state, there were 2,609 drivers caught with mobile phone misdemeanours, which shows people aren't paying attention to the new penalties. Police will continue to crack down on driver behaviour through the holiday period, and I note that they are continuing on with their Operation Slowdown in the Eastern Region Division 1.
Oh, that's good. Just to by the by, I did a quick calculation then of those 3,264 offences. Let's say they cost the drivers or the offenders $300 on average, just on average, and I wouldn't have a clue whether that's close or not. That is slightly under $1 million of revenue that has been raised by people's stupidity.
And it's only in 4 cities.
Yeah.
On the eastern suburbs.
That's scary.
We're not talking about Ringwood.
That's right.
We're not talking about much further in than Hawthorne.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Another thing that I noticed, petty car damage costs millions. And although this report says that there is only 30 vehicles damaged across Whitehorse over the last financial year, well, I challenge that because I didn't report my damage. I would think the figure could easily be 300, 400 or 500 cars that just get that minor damage by vandals or whoever. Mine was damaged in a car park. No one left their name or anything like that. The RACV insurance showed that 34 vehicles targeted from June 2012 to July 2013, the attacks cost more than $97,000 to repair. RACV paid out $3.44 million to members whose vehicles suffered damage. If this is a proud thing, Whitehorse fared better than Monash, which had the highest number of cases. Burundara recorded only 28 incidents costing $54,000. The average claim cost $2,894. Man.
Yes.
But if you saw some vehicles driving around, I reckon they'd get off cheap if they got it repaired for $2,894.
You're probably right. And as you said, Ray, you didn't bother to have yours repaired because probably it would interfere with your no-claim bonus, etc., etc., etc. And there would be a lot of people that wouldn't report it for exactly the same reason.
And you'll get another one on the other side next month or
that's right. Same
3
thing.
months' time.
Yeah.
Couple of things to protect your car. Avoid parking on the street. Park where pedestrians pass frequently. Lock your garage after parking your car. Do not leave valuable items in sight in your car, and do not leave cars unattended on the street or in public car park for any considerable time. At times that's pretty hard to meet those sort of suggestions,
yes, it is.
But we can do something about it, I'm sure. Moving on. Interesting, I read parking at your peril. Now, this is close. We're in this area, Peter. Whitehorse parking officers issued, on average, 73 fines each day last financial year, swelling the council coffers for more than $2 million. Box Hill was the hotspot for parking infringements, not buying a parking ticket or overstaying in the parking spot. Many infringements are issued around schools with vehicles parked illegally, increasing the risks to children. A total of 26,511 drivers were fined in Whitehorse over the last 12 months. I didn't contribute to their fund.
No, and you wouldn't want to. I was talking to somebody the other day who copped a parking fine overstaying a metre in, I think it was down in Burundara, and it was $86.
Yes.
It's a very expensive park, isn't it?
Isn't it? Especially when you only went to buy the newspaper and a couple of magazines.
That's right. Have you learnt your lesson, I said. And I remember being caught out when I first came to Melbourne. I'm talking now over 30 years ago. I got caught in a clearway in the middle of the city. It was Moomba public holiday, and I thought, well, these parking
signs
limitations
don't count.
Wrong.
Yes.
Welcome to Melbourne.
If it says Monday to Friday, that's what they mean.
That's what they mean, yes. I found out the hard way.
Peter, I would like to share with you and listeners a good thought for the new year. And I thought, boy, I'll mention later what I thought. I hired a plumber to help me restore an old farmhouse. And after he had just finished a rough first day on the job, a flat tyre made him lose an hour at work. His electric drill quit and his ancient 1-ton truck refused to start. While I drove him home, he sat in stony silence. On arriving, he invited me in to meet his family. As we walked towards the front door, he paused briefly at a small tree, touching the tips of the branches with both hands. When opening the door, he underwent an amazing transformation. His face was wreathed in smiles, and he hugged his 2 small children and gave his wife a kiss. Afterward, he walked me to the car. We passed the tree, and my curiosity got the better of me. I asked him about what I had seen him do earlier. "Oh, that's my trouble tree," he replied. "I know I can't help having troubles on the job, but one thing's for sure, those troubles don't belong in the house with my wife and children. So I just hang them up on the tree every night when I come home and ask God to take care of them. Then in the morning, I pick them up again. Funny thing is," he smiled, "when I come out in the morning to pick them up, there aren't nearly as many as I remember hanging on the tree the night before." A very good philosophy for our busy and troubled lives. And after reading that, I thought to myself, there would be some times I would need a big tree.
Yes, I think we all would. I like the philosophy of it, though. I think that's got a lot going for it.
Hanging it there and not taking it onto the next. And I wonder how many times we moved from place A to place B, and what went on in place A, you take to place B and take it out on everybody else. And
that's so true.
Yes. Anyway, things are, I guess, certainly Neighbourhood Watch is going to be busy.
You are. You have some big plans for this year, and with the new website happening, which is great, by the way. I think it's really, really a first-class website and easy to navigate, which is key, I think.
Good. Well, certainly already our first issue of E-News is on our website, and I trust you have received your copy.
I have indeed.
Good. If you would like to receive your A copy, please email whitehorse@nhw.com.au. And again, I'll mention that website, www.nhw.com.au/Whitehorse. And Peter, I think that's about all that I want to tell you today.
Terrific, Ray. Thank you so much for coming in. And as we're working now towards kids going back to school, important for all road users, please take care around school zones.
Yeah, and all the children don't return on one day when your children return. There are a number of starting dates, so we need to take great care all the time during that week when schools crank up again.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Ray Summers from Neighbourhood Watch. Lovely to see you again. Thank you, Ray. You're looking very cool, I must say, and you haven't warmed up too much for the day. We're only going to see a top temperature of about 23, I think, so it's going to be quite pleasant out there.
Yes. I think 31 by Friday, and then back to 23.
Then back, yes. That's usable.
Yes, I can survive.
I can work around that. Thanks, Ray, and we'll talk again around about a month from now.
You're right, Peter. Thank you indeed.
Thank you. Bye for now. It's just coming up to 15 minutes before 10 o'clock. This is the Monday morning program with Peter Cassidy on 94.1 ABBA. Going back into history now.